Justin Bieber and Jaden Smith both grew up in the spotlight and faced difficult experiences while they were young. Over the years, there have been rumors and allegations about Justin's relationship with his former mentor, Diddy. Jaden has also faced public speculation about his relationship with his father. While many claims have circulated online, not all of them have been verified.
As far as
Many people may wonder if Diddy and Will Smith have any connection. Over the years, the two have been seen at industry events and have known each other through the entertainment business. Some individuals, including Keith D., have made claims that Diddy and Will attended secret parties together. However, these claims have not been verified, and there is no public evidence confirming them.
Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, you told me before that you was at a party before that they attended, and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
The vibes ain't there. I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with a big old booty and shit. No, he was gay and I'm like, what the f is going on here? It's just a lot of weird shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? It ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what Tupac, I guess he wanted to get up out of the Illuminati or something. But I seen her there. Matter of fact, MC Lyte pulled off with Tanisha Arnold. You know what I'm saying? In her brand new 560, black one. Yeah, that shit weird, dude. Yeah, that's some weird going on, you know? Yeah.
And what was Tupac doing at the party, yo?
Him and Puff was there together. They was there, you know what I'm saying?
It is clear that Diddy and Will Smith have been part of the same entertainment circles for many years. Later, Jaguar Wright made a number of serious allegations involving both men. She mentioned Will Smith, Diddy, Justin Bieber, Jaden Smith, and several other celebrities while arguing that the entertainment industry has failed to protect young performers. According to Wright, she believes Will Smith still has questions to answer about people she claimed were negatively affected while they were around him. She mentioned Brisha Gray, August Alsina, and Will's son, Jaden Smith, as part of those allegations. However, these are Wright's claims, and they have not been proven in court or publicly verified.
What you're saying reaches the ears of Will Smith, and he needs to get at least, if there's smoke, there's fire, let me grab a fan.
Number one, as far as Will Smith is concerned, until he does right by all of those children that were harmed and corrupted while in his care, children that grew up to be men.
About Brashear Gray?
Oh, okay. So let's even go into that since you want it, and then we'll go into the legal stuff.
I saw a video with Brashear Gray on X.
Okay.
And he had both his legs up. He was digging and pouring himself in his ass.
Okay.
Empire, Brashear Gray.
Okay.
That is not allegedly. The video is on X unless it's a deep fake.
No, it ain't. Okay. So in the book, in one of the chapters, they talk about mentorship. So allegedly, Charlie Mack and Will called me and said, we're coming to your apartment. I said, okay.
Now, when was this?
No problem. This was during the time before Empire even started.
Okay.
So people can look it up and see what year it was. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, but normally I have to go to Will's house if there's a meeting. So Will comes to my apartment allegedly, and Charlie Mack, the rat, the informant, come to my apartment. So they was like, hey, B, look, man, we got this new guy. Will is mentoring. His name is Brashear Gray. Everybody call him Yaz. He's about to get cast on this major show. That was I'm like, okay, what would you want? I'm thinking they coming to get product, because what people don't know, I kept millions of dollars in products from various companies and lockers, right? So whenever a celebrity call me and say, I need this, I need that, I'm running to wherever they are, dropping it off, taking a picture and getting a nice check sent to me, right? So this is my job every day. So I said, Will, and then Will said, yo, because Bashir was supposed to allegedly star in the reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. right?
I could see him
right.
doing
That's what I'm
that.
saying, right? So they're
Yeah, he
telling
would have been a better fit. I
yeah.
feel.
So they gassing me up. So I'm like, all right. So I said, look, Will, I said, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to go to Chicago and hold this guy down, right? I said, to be his assistant? And he was like,
He always sending you to be the assistant.
right. So I'm like, I said, this guy can't pay me. And then I go to my computer. Boom. I remember like it was yesterday. I turned the computer around. I said, Will, that's what's in my bank account right now. Right? Will started laughing. Right? And said, I'm going to make sure you get double that over the course of time. That's my guarantee. So I'm like, jeez. I said, okay. So he said, just make sure you hold them down, because he was like, Charlie Mack is not going to be able to be there because him and Charlie had something else going on, right? Okay. So I said, well, listen, let me close out what I'm doing, right? And I told Will, with some of my sponsors, I'm going to need you to do me a video or something to just let them know I'm working on a special project with you, and then it'll be beneficial for them in the future, right? So I'm covering all my grounds, right? So, and I said, I need some time before the show starts for me to make it out there to close everything down. So I arrived in Chicago for Empire. It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Jaguar Wright also said she is worried about Justin Bieber and believes his public struggles should concern more people. She questioned how much more pressure he could handle. Wright added that if anything ever happened to Bieber, she did not want people to say they had no warning because, according to her, she has been raising these concerns publicly for years. These are Wright's personal opinions and have not been verified.
With
Justin Bieber.
and then for Bashir, you see him all of a sudden fighting over Sydney Starr with Eddie Winslow. It does question what happens in the entertainment industry that makes someone go into just being very close with men on men contact. It's interesting, I'll say the least.
You want to know the thing that bothers me most about Bashir Gray? I actually think he's doing all of this so they'll take him back in the club. And they're not. They're going to keep gaslighting you and playing with you, promising you one thing or another. Not now. Just next year is going to be your time. You need to get yourself out there. You need to.
Jack, I have a question. So we speak about, you dealing with the
What happened to
Illuminati
Bashir
and having
Gray
tides and things
should
like
have
that
all
and
of
denouncing
America
it. Can you tell me
outrage?
one
They
of the
watched
things
their
that
kid become a
they
star.
promised you that
And
would
now
happen?
they're watching him become a fallen one, like a comet speeding. How long before he decides it's time to cash out now? How long? Because the one thing I will say is this. Anything happens to that young man, better not nobody say a word to me. For years, I've been yelling.
Jaguar Wright also praised commentator Morad Morali, saying she values his perspective because, according to her, he has spoken openly about surviving abuse and is able to recognize warning signs that others may miss. She questioned why more people were not asking difficult questions about the entertainment industry. Wright also criticized Terrence Howard. She said that although he has spoken publicly about many issues in Hollywood, she believes he has not addressed what she considers one of the industry's most important topics. These are Wright's personal opinions.
And that was the only issue that I had about what Terrence Howard had to say. Because of all that he talked, He say nothing about Bashir. He played his television father.
Right.
He was on set. He saw what Charlie Mack and them were doing. He knew they were taking those young boys to Diddy. They all knew. I guess his man card only counts, or is only large enough to cover his asshole. Because if you truly believed in all that you say, there is no way you could stand by and watch all of those people that you worked with do what they did to those kids. And you said nothing. Like, if you're gonna have integrity, it needs to wrap all the way around the building.
Yes, facts.
You gotta have integrity for it all. If the man card is the thing, and you ain't gonna let nobody take yours, when you see a younger man being preyed upon, you're not gonna stand in a gap for him and say, no, you ain't taking his man card.
Jaguar Wright went even further with her allegations. She claimed that, in some cases, people who exploit young victims may use older victims to introduce younger people into harmful situations. Based on that belief, Wright argued that if Usher knowingly brought young people into situations where they could be harmed, then he should also be questioned. However, these are Wright's personal allegations and have not been proven.
Now it's gonna scream and holler, but eventually it will get used to the fact that his mouth is no longer full with that object. And that it's time to just, learn how to live without it. He's been sticking on Diddy's dick a long time. It's time for him to learn how to make this thing happen without the devil's dick in his mouth. Or
you don't think if he sued, he'll just Lil Woody the situation? And I don't recall.
No, because I think if a victim comes out against Usher, it'll show how egregious this shit is. Because if he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator.
Can't smile on your face the whole time.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They're not seeing the victim. They're not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
Gene Deal has also made similar allegations. He claimed that there were times when Diddy's alleged treatment of Usher was so severe that it resulted in Usher being hospitalized. However, these are Gene Deal's claims and have not been publicly verified or proven in court.
Usher is a procurer. And if Usher knew what was going to happen to any of those young children that he took to the Flavor Freak office, he a good guy. Especially considering what happened to him. Especially considering that he sat with Howard Stern, and Howard Stern said, would you send your kids to Puffy's Flavor Camp? And his immediate response was, hell no! So it's good enough for everybody else's kids, but it's not good enough for yours. Yours are just good enough to die in Lake Lanier with no real investigation. Got it? Like, these aren't good people!
All right, Jeff.
He's not good! He's a
And the simple fact that Justin Bieber literally made a public statement and said, Usher asked me to do the Super Bowl with him and I turned it down. Why would he turn it down? Who turns down the Super Bowl?
According to the people making these allegations, they believe Diddy was capable of harming young people. Some of them also claimed that Will Smith was involved in similar behavior, including allegations involving his own son, Jaden Smith. These claims have not been proven or publicly verified. Supporters of these allegations argue that experiences like these could have lasting psychological effects on those involved. However, any connection between these allegations and the personal struggles of Justin Bieber or Jaden Smith remains speculative and has not been established as fact.
Got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. Right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp. Bro, you know how people be talking and we was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when people say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas, man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent her to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. And that's just, that's something that you heard. You don't know if it's true, you just heard it. So, and just to hear this, and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that shit is crazy. And like I just said, that's just something that I heard. It's something that I didn't know. It's something that I ain't see. A lot of people want to, because Gene Deal has spoken on certain things that I've heard, I have spoken on it. But then they were just trying to say, I know. No, I'm not scared to say what I heard. And if there's any truth to it, then it's truth to it. Let them find it. Things that I've saw or things that I've witnessed and been a part of, I've said it. I'm not afraid to say what I saw or what I didn't see.
The discussion gained more attention after old videos of Diddy and Justin Bieber resurfaced on social media. The clips quickly spread online and led to renewed public discussion about their past interactions.
When we said we wanted to bring him to the table, I was like, well, what do you want to talk about? He said, mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
The magic kind, of course.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith joins his mom, Jada Pinkett Smith, and grandma, Adrienne Banfeld Norris, on Red Table Talk. And they're talking magic mushrooms, people.
But since it's my mom, it's like, it's my mom. We're working together.
On the latest episode of the Facebook Watch series, the fam talks about the plant medicine that some say is a miracle treatment for mental health.
I was introduced to plant medicine 10 years ago to deal with my depression, and it knocked it out.
Something Jada says she can speak to from personal experience.
What it does, unlike just going to therapy and putting people on Prozac, right? Which I did that too. Which that is not successful for so many people. And that's the thing. So for me, I had struggled with depression for so long. Crippling depression. So the thing about the plant medicine is that not only does it help you feel better, but it helps you solve the problems of how you got there in the first place.
As for Jaden, he says recent studies that touted mushrooms as one of the most significant advances in treating depression over more traditional antidepressants inspired his use of psychedelics.
It started as pure curiosity.
Yeah. The 23-year-old added that he started using the drugs out of curiosity, and doing so led to his understanding of what ego was for the first time.
It was always in my head talking, telling me what I was and what I wasn't. And for the first time, I had like a ego dissolution where I was like, that was the moment that really changed me. You get to a place in your life where you're blocked by something, whether it's a trauma, whether it's your emotions, your ego, not being able to express yourself. And then I feel like psychedelics are a way to tear down that wall.
The video shows Diddy spending time with a teenage Justin Bieber. After the clip resurfaced online, some people began speculating about whether Justin may have experienced inappropriate treatment during that period. However, those claims remain unverified and have not been proven.
I just wanted to be a good example, and it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
During an interview with Zane Lowe, Justin Bieber became emotional while talking about wanting to protect Billie Eilish, who was rapidly becoming a global superstar at the time.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time.
You're gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
According to a source who spoke to Entertainment Tonight, Justin Bieber is not focused on the allegations involving Diddy. Instead, the source said that Justin and his wife, Hailey Bieber, are focused on their son, Jack, who was born in August.
All of this certainly seems to suggest a pattern. What remains is a very simple question. Will these people ever be brought to justice? We'd love to hear what your theories are on this down below.